Alright guys, we have returned for our final segment for the evening, and as a mention to you, Mr. Noctis Lux, yes, in fact, it has been. We have been streaming this game so far for 3 hours and a little bit, which is pretty fucking cool. Like, I kind of didn't realize it was going so quick either. Like, I've been really into this game. Like, all the good things. Good games keen to, Good games keen to keep you involved. Fuck, I can't speak right now. Good games totally keep you involved, and this one's doing so. So I'm glad about that. I don't know if we have to talk to this guy still. Yeah. Do we need to... No, I guess we just need to find Tomcat. What? No. I guess we need to ask somebody about Tomcat. Okay. So, you know, one of the things that I do like about this game is it doesn't make a big deal out about it. Like, he's mentioning this right now, that it's a boyfriend, but, like, up until this point, like, it's just been a background thing. Like, I mean, I picked it up pretty quickly, like, earlier on, but, like, they didn't, like, say, oh, this is a thing that you need to be about. Like, I really... It's really tasteful in the non-standard... I don't really know how to describe what I'm talking about, but it's really tasteful in that regard. Like, none of it has been ham-handed, none of it, like, these characters that don't seem like anything but a couple of dudes who happen to be bartenders. Like, I love that. Like, that's what people are like, whether they're gay or not. Like, they're just people, you know, and I love that. I'm happy about that. It's a good thing, you know. We can ask him this stuff. Okay. Do you think he knows where the wiener juice came from? It would say me. I don't know, man. I don't know. That drink is the greatest thing ever. Unless you guys want me to ask how they met, I'm totally happy to do it. Maybe we can ask the dude over here. Okay, so I guess we can actually go in. So maybe he's in here. Another round, bartender? Okay, okay, we'll go over another round. Hold on. I wonder if I can use these game things. It'll be kind of cool. Alright. Alright, guys. We're not going to go through all of them again. We're going to have 3 profiles here, and I'm going to pick the one that I think is funniest. None of those are funny, so we're going to move on. Scotch drop and roll. Maybe we'll go with that. I think we totally need to go with the... Okay, so we're doing the... We know which one we want. Hold on. I also love how these things actually make a difference in that one particular point. Where's it at? We're gonna go with the Scotch drop and roll. Oh, that sounds awful! That sounds like the worst drink ever! I don't think I want this one! We'll do Subtle Bitch next. Oh, that sounds awful! No! No, that does not sound good at all! Alright, we'll go with the subtle bitch then. Or at least we'll try it. I didn't miss it, did I? There it is. That might be a drink. Yeah, it actually might actually be a drink. So, in fact, a lot of these probably are. Whipped cream vodka, strawberry liqueur, creme de menthe? Noctis, what is that? What is that? What is creme de menthe? Hey, hey, hey! Why would you say that I'm not subtle? Oh, I guess that makes sense. No, but what is that? Unless you were talking to her, in which case that's kind of mean, man. Just saying. But yeah, seriously, what exactly is that? Like, it's clearly a Frenchy thing. It's a mint cream? Okay, so it's another mint drink. This place is really big on mint drinks. I wasn't sure if it was mint or menthol-y. Because menthol would be awful there. I think Turing is getting jealous whenever we have him say stuff. Yeah, dude, we want a subtle bitch. I wouldn't mind having a subtle bitch, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm just kidding. Alright, now let's go talk to the what's-his-name. Or hopefully talk to us. What? No. Oh, we want to see if one of these works. Currently out of order. Sadness. What? I am the saddest person ever right now. That makes me really sad. Okay, we're gonna talk to her again. Oh, good. See what she has to say. Oh, that's right, we were helping her out. Durr. I remember what we were doing now. That music makes me think of one of Tari's Cantinas and SWTOR. I actually really didn't care for those games. So, like, I don't remember much of it at all. But yeah, I guess I can see where it would. I'm still really sad that didn't work. She's very reluctant to help us. Not sure how I feel about that. You know, I think just hit me now. You had to leave your drink at the bar. Oh, damn, we should have drank our supple bitch. I just called it a supple bitch. Well, I guess that's okay, too. Dog patch? I mean, I guess that's where we're supposed to go. I kind of want to go home. Let's just go home for a second. Lady, please stop flickering the giant ear while showing the cleavage. I'm not ready to become a furry. Oh, good times. I actually wonder if that was the reason why they put the hybrids into the game. Because, I mean, obviously they're trying to sort of open the doors to the sort of, you know, alternative lifestyles. And, you know, maybe they did that intentionally for that reason. Cheers, guys. Thank you so much for sticking throughout the whole thing. You guys have been here the whole time. It's 4 hours of me you've had times with. That's ridiculous. So cheers. Well, almost 4 hours. We're getting close to that time. Alright. That's true. She hasn't been dishonored yet. She's a lawyer, apparently. Interesting. Street art, pipe, fan. Litter. Take a litter. Time well spent? Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I don't want to press the buzzer. I just want to fucking... That is an awful sounding buzzer. I don't know if that's the sound of we failed or not, but hey. Yeah, well, I mean... Aren't we supposed to get buzzed in? So that's the failed button. Can we break something? Okay. This is one of the things about point-and-click adventures that are kind of weird and funky, is like when you sit here and talk to this person like 17 times. I guess it makes sense to bring up her name. I was trying to avoid that because it felt like too ham-handed. I was expecting there to be some sort of, background thing, but whatever. That works too. Makes me think, this world, assuming the authors added hybrids to include furries, unless these mutations happen naturally or accidentally, would that be okay to genetically modify engineer one's offsprings in a way that make them look like furry fantasies of their parents, in your opinion? Ooh. That's a really good question, actually. Huh. Personally, I guess the question, like, if you look at the... Is that okay? I mean... I think making a choice like that for something that... So I guess, okay, I guess it depends. Like... No, I guess it doesn't really depend either. Like, I think that I would say it's not. Primarily because you're making a choice on somebody else's behalf like that. Like, I don't like taking away choice of other people, and I never have and never will. That's one of the reasons why I, again, all-inclusive sort of person, like, I don't have a problem with what you choose. Like, you do what you want to do. Like, you are you. Like, that's fine. But it's kind of like when you're putting something on like that, like, you don't know if that's okay with them because they don't know yet. Like, how could they make a call one way or the other? And by forcing that upon them, like, I don't think that that's okay if it's a forced thing by a parent for their offspring. At least that's my personal opinion. Though, of course, if you got two parents that want that and they do it, like, I'm not gonna look it down at them or think that they're necessarily like awful people. It's just that personally, I think that's not okay because that takes away that choice. That's something that you can't know. That's tricky though. That's tricky. Huh. I mean, I never really thought of it in that regards, but yeah, I think that in general, I would say that it's not okay. But if it happened, I wouldn't like ostracize either the parents or that person, unless it was causing a if it was causing a situation in which the child has no way to actually, prosper, then in which case, of course, it's not okay. Because like the worst thing you can do is ruin somebody's life before they have a chance to have it. Like that's one of the reasons why bad parenting is like one of the big problems in my opinion in the world. So at least that's my opinion. I don't know. I'm curious what you think though, Noctis. We have the same opinions on the matter. Hey, you know what, dude? Discussing shit like this is great. Like, because yeah, can have the same opinion, and that's okay. What about you, Bonza Lady? Do you have an opinion? Do you want to weigh in on a little bit of interestingness that comes up from here? Well, why would they want maintenance? Fuck that. Just saying. Adjusts the brightness. I love that phrasing. Yeah. The Lynx terminal, yeah. So I am really curious, like, with the way that the little cab thing happened. I wonder if that actually causes a different branch. I think it should be a personal choice, although people do things like that, not in this scale, but they have their children's ears pierced and such. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, like... But generally, when you're doing like an ear piercing, it's at a point where the child has at least some say. Like they could protest. Like obviously, sometimes it gets forced or whatever. But I don't know. Like it's a hard call. Like I don't know. It's an interesting one. But yeah, I think personal choice is always the more important thing to do. So my biggest thing, what I always want to put forward about stuff is that people should be free to do whatever the fuck they feel like doing, so long as it doesn't harm the people around them. Like, if you want to fuck your own life up, become, like, awful, or just as long as you're not causing, irreparable harm to somebody else's life, then whatever, dude. Like, if you want to go home and, snort crack and, like, have a fit and, like, punch yourself into a wall or something, go fucking feel free. But, like, if you go and take crack or whatever and decide you're going to go on a killing spree, then that's not okay, Like, you're causing problems for other people at that point. Not to say that crack necessarily means you're going to go on a killing spree. I don't really know, as I don't have a lot of experience with it. But, it's just one of those things to note. Like, if you're not harming people, then whatever. Nobody cares. That's where you're playing Rock Band with the title Douchebag Simulator? Nice. Nice. And so that's the reason why that's a hard call, because like when you're physically altering the appearance to such a degree, especially of a child, to fit that sort of fantasy of the parents, like I feel like you are doing harm in a way, like not necessarily because they can't live that way, but because like that's gonna immediately put them in a boat that otherwise they wouldn't be in. And is it okay to make that choice for that person? Like that's where it becomes weird, At least that's my opinion on it. Okay, we're using a cassette. So this is another thing that I notice in a lot of cyberpunk stuff. Like it's sort of a merger between like old school tech and like super futuristic stuff. Like a cassette. I haven't seen a cassette in so fucking long. Like what the fuck is a cassette? I mean, I know what a cassette is, but the point being. Okay, so we need to figure out how to move the cassette. Cassette row. Cassette row. Okay, they're not the ones we need. Can't reach that one. It can be compared to religious education, though. just as hard to come out of early indoctrination. Yeah, as a person who grew up with a very Christian-oriented family but no longer believes in that stuff, like, I can see what you mean. And I think that it's a tricky thing, but at the same time, I will say that, at least with the situation with religious stuff, is that at least in many cases, religion can be a fantastic tool to lead a happy life. I think that I've always said that, and I don't really want to get too much into this because I don't really want to like ostracize people, but I've always said that the institution of religion is the problem, not the religion itself. I feel like the way that the masses are handled for a lot of religious sects and stuff are really where the problem comes, because you have these people who kind of have their fingers in sort of a powerful space, and they can direct things in ways that I don't think religion was ever meant to be. Because religion it should be a guideline to living your life, a moral compass, if you will, of some kind. And I feel like that sometimes gets distorted by various people that happen to be in the bigger spiel of stuff. So, like, you know, if you grow up being, you know, in a religious situation, which can oftentimes offer a lot of powerful life, like, sort of directions. You know, there's a lot that can be said about this stuff. You know, there's a lot of sense of community in a lot of the religious stuff. There's a lot of value that comes from it. So, like, it's kind of a different thing because, like, in that case, it's an ideal. It's something. Ideas are hard to change, sure, but there's something you can't easily change. You physically are not entirely human. You're now part animal. Like, that is something you can't just say, oh, I'm going to change that about myself, or I'm going to believe something else now. You can't really do that. So that's where I like it. It's similar, but I don't know if I'd put that kind of in the same level of stuff. Okay, so we need to... That was an awful sound. Okay, there we go. Okay, I guess not. Can we look at this? Yeah, but how do we get to it? Yeah, I figured that. Wait, what did I say? Can't control it directly, but what did it say earlier? It's another way to move this thing, okay. Can we use the terminal, maybe? I don't know why I didn't think this the first time. Yeah, there we go. Okay, turn arm. Move arm left. There you go. Extend! Retract. Turn. Yeah. Found it! Okay. I guess just let us know when you're done. Or why not? Okay. Whoa, 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 what? Oh man. That's kinda what I think Noctis, I don't know. I am surprised how much that hit me. Yeah, wow. So, normally I run the show until about 9 o'clock, but, you know, with this being the end of a chapter, I feel like this is a really good time for us to call it. So we're going to do a last segment. This last segment's going to be a little bit short. We're going to finish this conversation, and we're going to continue this game tomorrow. And I think I'm going to continue to play it at least until we finish it. So, again, next week with Wednesday on, unless something comes up, and I'll let you guys know. But I think that I'm enjoying this game really, really a lot, and I'd like to play more of it. But I think this is a good time to call because of the end of the chapter. And we'll pick back up tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes, guys. So we're going to go ahead and run through this conversation, because we should. Let's just go through this thing. Oh, he looks so sad. I'm surprised how much that little bit hit me. Like, I didn't realize I'd be invested in that character, but I think it's because I'm invested in Turing. Like, that's a really fantastic piece of literary, like, smarts there. Like, wow. Because I care so much about this little guy, like, that loss, even though I've never talked to this dude, don't have any idea who he is, but that loss, now I know that's affecting this little robot who has, like, not even, like, complete, like, understanding. Like, that's big. Well, that's an interesting question. That's another good question. God damn. Aww. The plant died too? No! Oh, they're all good choices. Hey there, Tara. You stopped it right as we're finishing up the stream, but you should definitely check this game out. Like, it's good. You should stop in tomorrow when we're playing. Yeah, no, that line, Hayden deserves, like, oh, God! This robot is the greatest. I think we're gonna go with the bottom one. It seems the most neutral. Oh my god, so good. You should definitely try and stop it. This game is awesome. Well, I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm streaming a couple times a week, so you can always stop in whenever you get the time. Alright, guys. Well, I might have one more little scene. I so relate with that aspect of just not dwelling on stuff and like how there's no point. God, this conversation is taking forever. There's no point not dwelling either. That's true. I mean, I'm agreeing with him, but at the same time, like, relating to it, you know? Agreeing with who? I'm agreeing with the robot, and with Noctis. This is going to be a really fun time for us as we investigate this, I think. All right. I was wondering where this kind of come up again. I understand entirely what's going on here. Oh god damn it, really? We're gonna have more conversation? Can I save now? Okay, cool, I can. Alright guys, we're gonna stop here because like I don't want to go through the fucking entirety of this conversation when I was hoping to have like a spot. So we will be continuing this game again, like I said, tomorrow, 5 o'clock as we usually do. I look forward to it. I hope you guys do too. And in the meantime, guys, thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the follows and all this fun stuff. Big hearts to you guys. And if you missed any of this playthrough and want to see it, of course, it will be on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, come stop in live. We want to have you. We want to have a good time. In the meantime, guys, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful time. And we'll see you next time. Lates.